Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Cheetah Girls 2. I am so excited. I love this movie. This is like one of my favorite DCOMs of all time. A few weeks ago I uploaded a video talking about the original Cheetah Girls movie and you guys seem to enjoy it. So thank you guys so much for the love on that one. And today we're going to be talking about an even better movie, Cheetah Girls 2. Just like in the last video, we're going to start off with some background information. But before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff you already know. Subscribing's free as hell. If you enjoy videos like this, I talk about all kinds of stuff on my channel: pop culture, TV shows, movies, nostalgia. I love a good nostalgia trip. So if you guys like things like that, please subscribe and let's go ahead and get into the video. The original Cheetah Girls movie released in 2003 and Cheetah Girls 2 released in 2006, so we had 3 years in between films. During this time, the Cheetah Girls became more than just a movie. The girls as a group became uber popular. The soundtrack for the first film released a few days before the actual movie came out. And fun fact, the first movie's soundtrack became available to stream the same day that I filmed the video on the original Cheetah Girls movie. Like, I was very confused when I got on Twitter and people were talking about it because I'm like, wait, like who in my phone is peeping that I just filmed a video on this? Like, why is everybody talking about Cheetah Girls? And apparently the first movie wasn't on streaming. And I was a little confused because I used to stream like the soundtrack a lot, especially to this movie, the second one. But yeah, you can now stream the first movie soundtrack on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. Pretty cool. They also released a Christmas album called A Cheetah-licious Christmas. Whoa, the lisp on that? Oh my god. Why can I not say Cheetah-licious Christmas? That's like a tongue twister. Anyway, they released a Christmas album and weirdly enough, it came out in October instead of like November or December. And you may notice that somebody is missing from the album art. It's Raven, obviously. Raven was still starring in That's So Raven in the years between the first 2 Cheetah Girls movies, with the show only getting more and more popular. It was probably damn near impossible for her to film for That's So Raven as well as go out and promote with the Cheetah Girls. And since she's like the star of That's So Raven, she couldn't like not be there to film, you know? Raven was also working on her own music, releasing her 3rd studio album called This Is My Time in September 2004, featuring one of my favorite songs from her, Backflip.
Wanna see a backflip? Don't be cutting corners on me.
Rumor has it that Raven wasn't as close with the other girls, considering the fact that she wasn't really around to promote or like perform with them, you know, in between the movies. However, they will come together in Barcelona, Spain to film the iconic Cheetah Girls 2. Like, this is like peak DCOM. Like, it's a sequel, so you know you have to go bigger and better, and this movie did just that. So let's go ahead and talk about it. The movie begins with the Cheetahs performing The Party's Just Begun at a graduation party. Oh my god, this was my shit. This was probably like my gay awakening. I had a lot of gay awakenings like in my younger years, but the fact that I used to like be in my room and try to like do the choreography and dance along with them, like gay. Like, honestly, The Party's Just Begun is probably my top 2 Cheetah Girls song. And it ain't number 2, let me tell you that. Unlike the first movie where their opening performance kind of flopped, this opening performance ate down, okay? Fun fact, they actually performed this song on Good Morning America, and this is the only live performance of them where all 4 of them are there. Any other time, Raven is not there. Galleria mentions that they're done with their junior year, letting us know that this movie takes place 2 years after the original, considering in that movie they were freshmen. The moms are back, including the iconic Lynn Whitfield, and she lets it slip that Chanel and her mom are going to Barcelona to meet her boyfriend Luke's family, something Chanel had no idea about. This is the same boyfriend from the first movie, and apparently Chanel's mom and this Luke guy have been going strong ever since. Chanel's a little bit worried though because she feels like her mom will want her to move to Spain, even though I believe in the first movie they said that he was from Paris. And I feel like Galleria was also confused about this because she brings up the fact that she thought it was Paris too.
I'm gonna have to spend this rest of the summer hanging around Spain with her and her boyfriend.
I thought Luke lived in Paris.
No, he's from Barcelona. Now we have to meet the family, you know, wear pearls and meet the family.
Chanel asks the moms if all the other Cheetah Girls can come to Barcelona with them, but they give her a hard no, considering that they're leaving in like 3 days and it's kind of last minute and they don't want to like impose on Luke, even though we'll see when we get to Barcelona, he lives in this like huge fucking mansion or villa, I guess they call it there. They all have a sleepover, and while they're there, they see a shooting star. They all wish on it to go to Barcelona. Right after they wish on the star, an ad in a magazine pops up for a music competition in Barcelona. Even though they're past the deadline to enter, they call to play place anyway at like 4 o'clock their time, so it'll be like, you know, daytime there. And they sing over the phone and they get a slot to audition in Barcelona. They convince the moms to allow them to go, and you know, Miss Lynn, what's the mom's name? I keep calling her Lynn Whitfield, but I mean, she's just such a legend, like I can't. Dorothea? She's gonna be Lynn Whitfield, okay? I'm sorry. I try to, you know, address everyone by their character names, but Dorotha, Dorothea, Miss Lynn Whitfield, iconic legend, we love you. Anyway, the girls do convince the moms to let them go, and of course, Miss Lynn Whitfield has a little issue with it, but she goes along with it anyway to support her daughter. They arrive to Barcelona, and after a little bit of shopping, they go to a little cafe, and they hear someone playing a guitar. I'm assuming Galleria and Derek are broken up at this point, because Galleria seems very infatuated with this guy that's playing good. The more I do YouTube videos, the more I realize I have like a speech impediment. Because why can't I say the guitar? The guitar. Anyways, Galleria has a little crush, and we find out this guitar man, his name is Angel. The girls and Angel go around Barcelona singing yet another iconic song called Strut.
You gotta strut like you mean it. Free your mind, it's not enough just to dream it. Come on, get up.
Bro, when Galleria lifted up that leg, that's how we knew that Raven was the star of this, what they call it, quartet of girls, because that leg lift, bruh, Raven heard the director say cut, and she thought the director said cunt, because that's what she did. The girls meet with the competition director, and they are surprised that they actually have to do a real audition. They sang Cheetah Sisters a cappella, and now they are officially a part of the competition. Now that they are officially in the competition, Galleria is ready to get to rehearsing while the other girls want to relax. They meet Joaquin, Luke's godson, and he and Dorinda seem to be hitting it off. He tells them about the Dancing Cat, which is like this teen club that some of the competition that they're going to be facing against, they kind of like do little practice gigs, which is like full gigs, but also like practice gigs at the club just to see, you know, how the crowd is feeling. And the girls are like, okay, cool, we'll pop up, you know, we love a little dancing club night. We also find out Joaquin is a dancer, and he invites Dorinda to his studio. Joaquin's a cutie, like I'm not mad. Dorinda goes to the studio and he teaches her how to salsa with the song Dance With Me playing, another classic bop. Joaquin is swindled over Dorinda, and like, girl, he is whipped already.
Don't forget tonight, Dorinda. The Dancing Cat. I'll see you there. I'll see you there, Dorinda. Dorinda.
The girls go to the Dancing Cat and they watch a girl named Marisol perform, who was the hometown favorite. One thing I can say about this movie in comparison to the original movie is that I feel like there is way more music in this second movie. Like I feel like every 10-15 minutes there's another, you know, musical section, which I'm not mad at, because the music in the second movie is so good. Like I'm not even mad that there's a music number every 10 minutes. And I'm the type of people that the internet hates. I do not like musicals. I'm not a fan of musicals. And the more I say that, the more I realize that I'm more of a fan of musicals that have like modern or like pop music in it, I guess you can say, or like just music I can get jiggy with, music I can dance to, music I can bop to. I'm not really a fan of like older musicals where like the music like it's performed well, yes, but I can't dance to this. I can't shake ass to this. I can shake ass to Strut. I can't shake ass to, you know, These Are My Favorite Things, which iconic song. I mean, I guess Seven Rings kind of made you shake your ass to it, but whatever. Anyway, we see Angel again and he performs as well. And even though they just told Joaquin that they're too tired to perform, Chanel sings this lullaby that Angel is playing on the guitar, and Marisol joins her and they sing together, with the other Cheetah girls providing background vocals. They meet Marisol's mom, Lola, and she seems super nice, and they exchange numbers with her. They find out that this is Marisol's third time competing in the competition, hoping to finally win. However, we find out that Lola is actually trying to get Chanel to break off from the Cheetah girls and perform with Marisol, given the audience reaction to their performance. And also, Chanel's the only one that can speak Spanish. Marisol, you know, is bilingual, just like Chanel, so they can make a good little team. So she's trying to scheme. This bitch is trying to scream. Oh my god, I sound like Nicki Minaj. Galleria's mom is a little suspicious of Lola's over-friendliness as they all meet each other. The cheetahs go to a beach party and Galleria gives them an hour to be there before they have to go rehearse. And while there, Chanel goes off with Marisol, Dorinda goes off with Joaquin, and Aqua goes off with another boy she met, leaving Galleria alone. Back at the villa, Galleria's mom opens up to Chanel's mom about being suspicious of Lola, while Chanel's mom is annoyed that Luke hasn't proposed to her yet. The girls are rehearsing after the party and everyone but Galleria is too tired and wants to nap. The rehearsal was interrupted when Dorinda goes to teach a hip-hop dancing class for Joaquin, and Aqua leaves with Galleria's mom because a little bit early in the movie, Galleria's mom ran into this old fashion designer friend and Aqua was really into it, and the fashion designer friend called her up, was like,
hey, do you want to make some clothes or something?
and Aqua was like, oh, I really want to go, and Galleria's mom's like, okay, let's go, and now Galleria is all alone by herself. The next day, everyone is still going off and doing their own thing while Galleria is getting even more annoyed. This gets even worse when Galleria sees Chanel working on music with Marisol.
Marisol, look, I don't mean to sound harsh or anything, but we're the ones who need to rehearse.
Galleria, I was invited here. I didn't just drop by.
And when do you tell my friends when they can hang out with me and when they can't? Obviously, you need to go back to bed and, wake up again. Give me my space.
Space?
Now I can understand that they're in Barcelona and they want to have fun. This is like, kind of like a work trip, but also they're teenagers in Barcelona, so of course they want to have fun. But I can see Galleria's point of view. Like, she's really here dedicated to the Cheetah Girls and everyone's just kind of, brushing it off. Chanel accuses Galleria of always wanting to control everything when all she wants to do is rehearse for the competition that they came to Barcelona for. Like in the first movie, I can see why people were all up on Galleria because she was dead ass wrong. But in this movie, it's kind of like a heel turn. Like, I feel like Galleria is the only right one here, while all the other girls are just playing games. Dorinda goes to meet with Joaquin, and she feels some type of way when he doesn't introduce her to his friends who are all dressed up. Her family history, or lack thereof, due to her being a foster kid, is a big reason why she feels so insecure around Joaquin, who is wealthy and can trace his family history. Galleria tells her mom that she's going to go home due to the other Cheetah Girls' lack of effort, and she doesn't want to perform when they're not at her best and she doesn't want to embarrass herself. But there's a very specific clip I want to insert because when Galleria's mom asks her, do you think you can win the competition? Galleria says no, which is very shocking because she's always been a big ball of confidence. And this is like the first time in all of the movies where she's like, I literally don't think we can win, which is kind of sad because we know Galleria, she's the one that is encouraging everyone. She's like, we can do it, we got this. And to hear her say no is very sad.
Do you believe you can win this competition?
No, ma'am. We're not prepared, we never rehearse, the girls' heads aren't in it. And I'm not going on stage and embarrassing myself.
The moms tell the rest of the girls about Galleria leaving and they're all upset, finally realizing how distracted they all been. This leads to my favorite song. Oh my god, like I said earlier that The Party's Just Begun was top 2 and it ain't number 2. It might just be number 2 because it's over.
Whatever it takes, please don't let it be over.
It's over. And I feel so alone. Oh my god. I could cry right now about how much I love this song. It's so good. I love, bruh. The next morning, Chanel tries to go to Galleria's room to talk to her before she leaves, but she's already left, and all she left behind was a sheet of music on the bed, I guess to perform as a threesome, which is low-key foreshadowing of the third movie. Galleria arrives to the train station to leave, but the rest of the girls show up and begin singing the song that Galleria had been writing throughout the entire movie, which is Amigas Cheetahs. I sounded so American saying that. Oh my god.
Amigas, cheetahs, friends for life. That's what keeps us tight.
They make amends and they are now all dedicated to rehearsing for the show. While rehearsing, Lola calls Chanel thinking that Galleria had left, but she's still here and she is shook because she thought her plan worked. But guess what, bitch, it didn't, ho. It didn't, ho. Chanel overhears the moms talking about how Luke hasn't proposed yet, and Chanel believes it's because Luke knows that she doesn't like him. So Chanel goes to Luke and apologizes wholeheartedly. It's like, I'm so sorry if I made everybody feel uncomfortable. Like, my mom's just been hurt before and I don't want to see her hurt again. And Luke, gives the whole step that spiel.
I'm not gonna hurt your mother. I love her so much.
And they make amends. Dorinda goes to see Joaquin and he reveals that he actually doesn't have a lot of money and he teaches these dance classes to help to pay for the rent in the studio. Joaquin also tells Dorinda that he'll be in New York for the fall and they kiss. They head into the studio and they sing Step Up, and oh my god, this movie has so many bops. It's like bop, 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 bop. It's like bop, 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 bop. Them rehearsing in the studio transitions to them doing a performance at the Dancing Cat, the teen club from earlier. Lola looks salty in the crowd, but she does introduce them to the owner of the club who pays them for their performance. They arrive at the competition for dress rehearsal and the guy who is running it comes and tells them that they are no longer allowed to compete due to them taking money for their performance at the Dancing Cat. And remember, this competition is for up and coming artists, and since they've been paid for work, they are now professionals. Lola tries to get the Cheetahs to perform with Marisol, almost like backups, but all of Marisol's songs are in Spanish. But since Chanel knows Spanish, she will perform with Marisol, fully completing Lola's plans for getting Chanel to break off from the Cheetahs and perform with Marisol. Everyone is backstage watching Chanel and Marisol warm up, and the guy who runs the competition, I don't know, I feel like there's a better name for someone who's like the head of something. CEO? Boss and CEO. You have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. Oh my god, this meme is gonna be so old when this video comes out. I'm filming this video on February 21st, and I'm pretty sure this video is gonna go up March 7th. So hopefully that meme isn't too outdated by the time this video comes out. She is not an elite employee. Either way, the guy who runs the competition comes and tells them that he found out that Lola was behind them getting paid, and he found out through Angel, who is this boss man's nephew. So right before this, the girls went back to the Dancing Cat and returned the money, and Angel saw this and was lurking in the shadows. I guess the guy who runs this competition is his uncle and he told them. So anyway, the Cheetahs are back on. They are competing in this bitch. Marisol does stand up to her mom though, condemning her behavior, which she kind of did the entire movie. Like Marisol was kind of like, girl, doing too much. Like, it's not that deep. I can perform by myself. But she kind of just let her mom roll all over her until this very moment. And now that she told her mom off, she is over it. She is dropping out of the competition, sis. The Cheetahs go on to perform
Amigas, cheetahs, friends for life
with Angel on the guitar. And then Marisol comes on the stage and they perform. And then Joaquin comes on the stage with his dancers and they all perform together. It's just this perfect, big final performance. Honestly, I feel like the performance is better than the final performance from the original movie. But the original movie's final performance with those matching sets is just so iconic. Like the first movie is more iconic, but this second movie is more like better performance, if that makes sense. Everyone kind of takes center stage for a bow, and the movie ends right here with the credits rolling as everyone is leaving. So we don't know if they won the competition, but it's pretty safe to say that they did. And that is it for Cheetah Girls 2. Oh my god. I love this movie so much. As I said in the last video, this is definitely my favorite Cheetah Girls movie. And next we are going to go on to Cheetah Girls 3, which is a first watch for me. I've never seen it, and I'll talk about that more in the Cheetah Girls 3 video. But yeah, I'm very excited to finally watch this movie and see if, it's just as good as the other two. I mean, I would say it is, but I mean, we're missing a major player. So is it going to be good? Stick around and find out. Oh, that was so corny. Anyway, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I will see you guys. Oh, my video schedule is crazy. This is the month where I'm uploading twice a week, so I don't know. I believe this is going up on Thursday, so I will see you guys on Sunday with a new video. Adios.
Amigas, cheetahs.